to professionals and head to confessional. And once I'm in the booth, I feel real congressional. Welcome to the episode. Please like and subscribe. Don't drink and drive when you can smoke and fly. Soaring so high into the night sky, reaching for the stars, but they landed on a moon pie.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Damn, do you eat breakfast in the morning?
Not anymore.
Yeah, I don't
used
know. I don't know what
Back in
happened
the day,
with that.
but yeah, I don't.
I just grew out of that shit.
Yeah,
I don't have the urge.
I don't
for
eat till
no,
5 or 6 in the afternoon sometimes, or sometimes later.
Yeah,
Yeah, just I eat kind of. I let myself. I do the intermittent fasting. So I just kind of let's see. Like the last time I ate last night was probably like 2 or 3 in the morning. I had a little something. Then I was in bed, and then I was up by 9 to get here. And then I probably won't. I might eat after the show. Like after we're done with the show, I'm gonna go home, straighten some shit out, and then that'll be like 4 or 5 by that point, and I'll probably be ready to eat something. So yeah, on average, I wanna probably fast for at least 12 to 14 hours before I eat. Kind of an idea. That's just, I don't know. That's just a number I made up. I'm not following any diets. I'm not doing anything specific.
right. That's crazy. Like, you remember when they had Ramadan and shit? So I wasn't eating anyway till like,
Right.
you know what I mean, until late.
Yeah, because you were not supposed to eat till after it gets dark or
After
something.
7 or some
Something
shit
like
like that.
that,
Yeah. So I was like, damn, I don't eat till late. So I'm like, all this time I've been fasting and not even knowing this shit.
Right. Because they say like a good fast, like a good 3-day fast, even if you can do it, like build into it or whatever, will like reset your internal. You know what I mean? Because what happens is like when you fast and you're not bringing in those nutrients, your cells have to go find those nutrients that are already there. So that's why it'll help you lose weight, because it'll go find the fat that's already there stored, and it'll start eating off that. But also what'll happen is cells that aren't doing well, you know, say like, you know, cells that just are, you know, deformed or miss together or whatever, you know what I mean? Like they're kind of sickly or whatever you want to call them.
Right.
They'll fade out because they won't be able to survive in that environment. You know what I mean? So only the good cells will soak in the energy and survive, and the bad cells will just be like, I can't survive, so they'll just fucking go. So they say it's kind of like doing a soft reset on yourself. You know what I mean? Like you would do on a computer. You just have to reset real quick, hit the reset button, and just let it restart.
Yeah,
It's kind of like doing that.
you.
It's like that's nature's way of restarting you, per se, is just to do like a quick 3-5 day fast. And just and when we say fast, see, like people think you can't eat nothing, you're not gonna do nothing. You drink water, you can drink juice, a little bit of juice, like fresh juice or water, but that's really all you're doing. You're not eating anything substantial. You might even be able to do like maybe a fruit smoothie, like a small smoothie or something, but you're not eating a bunch of solids. That's the idea. You know, you can still have a little something.
Yeah,
But
I don't
it's-
really know
yeah,
how it go, but
right.
I was
Or
told
tea and herbs, you know, shit like that. You know what I mean? You're just kind of intaking basic, but you're not eating full meals, you know? So yeah, that's kind of more of the way the fast should work technically.
right. I was told you can't have nothing.
Right. Some people do it different.
You know what I'm saying? Like my old manager and
but
shit.
water,
like,
I mean, you definitely got to drink water, but that's like it. They're saying nothing.
he ain't had nothing.
Right.
He's like, man, I can't
You got to work
touch.
into that.
He said, man, I can't touch nothing
gotta work
until
into
later on. I said, damn, no water, no nothing. He said, I can't touch nothing. Shit, one day, he was in that bitch like he was about to pass the fuck out.
Right.
He
Yeah,
like-
that's what I'm saying.
he
Like, why
like,
would
man,
you put yourself through that?
I don't know.
Drink a little bit of water. It's okay. Your body needs it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't know, but I was like, damn, man, don't pass out in this month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it though. I mean, you know what I mean? I get the idea of what they're trying to do, and because I understand the fasting.
No,
you know what I mean?
right.
I understand it. But yeah, it's like, no, drink a little bit of water if you need a little bit of water. Just, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna hurt you. Just a little bit of water just to keep you, you know what I mean? So, right here, drink a little water.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So,
Like I said, he can't have nothing. So,
but yeah, I know what you're saying.
I mean,
I knew
so
some
I've been
people
doing
like
that shit just
naturally.
Just naturally.
Right.
Shit. Like yesterday, I ain't eat nothing till about 11, 7 at night.
Right. Yeah. And you didn't feel like you needed to.
That's crazy.
You weren't sitting there going, I'm hungry, and then you just didn't get nothing, or whatever. It's not like you're starving yourself per se. You're not hungry.
Right.
But you know what? That's a crazy story because we talked about that a couple episodes ago. Welcome to Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox along with
BDot, baby.
But my birthday episode. So this is episode 73. So you go back a few episodes. What was that? 69, 68, 69, something like that. It was my birthday episode, right? We talked about what we were just talking about here was the whole feeding off energy. So I was what's it called? They threw like that surprise birthday for me, right? And so they, we were at like a bowling alley or whatever, doing some bowling, doing some bowl lanes and stuff. And they ordered pizza and wings and drinks and whatever.
Right.
And I wasn't eating nothing. I wasn't hungry, and I hadn't eaten all day, but I wasn't hungry because we got there at like 7. So like, that's about when I would probably eat, give or take on a normal day.
What?
We had been out and about. No, I'm sorry. We might have had a snack early. We definitely had a snack earlier. We had a couple of egg rolls. We went and had a snack at the mall because we went to the mall, did some shopping, That's where I got some new bracelets that day, you know what I mean? We did a couple little things. So that's right. We did have a couple of egg rolls as a snack earlier in the day. But that was it, just a snack. We didn't eat a full meal or anything like that. But anyway, so I get there and I really wasn't hungry. And then they kept trying to feed me, like, hey, it's your party, man. Eat some food, make sure you get some wings and stuff. And I did eventually eat a slice of pizza and a few wings. But I wasn't hungry, like starving to where I was like, man, I got to eat,
Gotta eat something.
So what I realized at the end of it was everybody coming together and the whole energy that came with that, I was feeding off that good high vibe energy. It was just exciting to be in that moment that I didn't need food to culminate it per se. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I looked at it.
Yeah, using the moment.
I was living in the moment. I didn't worry about food. Wasn't something I needed to worry about, and I wasn't hungry. And then even at the end of the night, I wasn't hungry. I ate the slice of pizza and a couple wings just to eat. But I really wasn't like hungry. I could have not ate it, and wasn't worried about it. But I ate just to make sure, wasn't trying to be rude, not eat at my party.
Yeah. Just give a little advice for you late night eaters. If you do eat late night, make sure you work it off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they say it's not good to go to sleep on, just.
But can we trust them? Because we don't trust them for anything else. Can we really trust that advice? Because that's what they say.
Yeah.
And we know who the fuck they are, right?
I mean, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Don't. I wouldn't just let it sit there.
Right. The idea is not to let it. Well, here's the other thing that I thought about. This is crazy. I'm going to take it on a whole new level here, but that's what we do. Is I was thinking maybe sometimes when you get that urge to eat late, it's because you're going to go on a mission in your dreams and you need fuel. You know what I'm saying? So while you're dreaming, your body's consuming that fuel, but your soul is out there doing some other shit on some different dimensions and different planes. It needs energy too. You know what I mean? Because it never disconnects from you. It's always connected to you through that, through the silver. They call it the silver cord. That's what connects us to the different realms, right? And so we're always connected. So it's got to be getting power from somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, how is it powering itself to go into other dimensions?
Right.
So I'm like, maybe that's what that is sometimes when you're like, it's midnight, you're like, fuck, I could eat right now. You know what I mean? But like, I'm tired, but I could eat, and sometimes you do. Sometimes you might eat. And it's possible that, maybe it's a little bit of fuel for those nighttime missions. You know what I mean?
That's crazy you say that, because last night
a theory.
Last night I did eat late.
Yeah, just a theory.
And then I had a dream.
Right? See what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like I
felt like you were doing something, right?
Right. I remember me having a dream, but I can't remember what it was.
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
I hate that shit.
Right. Because someone was talking to me the other day about a dream they had, and it was like they said they were like near a lake or something, and they ended up like fighting an alligator and doing some other stuff. And I'm like, and it was the way they was talking was they were like, yeah, man, and this alligator came out the water, and next thing you know, we're battling, and I'm trying to like, you know, and I'm like, yeah, man, you was battling the reptilians and you ain't even realize it. You know what I mean? In that moment, you didn't realize it, but like talking about it now, you realize exactly what was going on. That's how you visualized it to keep this 3D brain from going insane. He visualized it as battling an alligator because that's what you know. You know what I mean? But if he was battling, you know, draconian reptilians, that's what it is, you know, that was a different realm doing that shit or whatever, you know, different dimension or whatever. But his 3D body wanted to realize it and put it together as a you know, alligator. That way he doesn't go fucking insane. Because if we knew exactly what we were really doing in these fucking dreams, like I feel like we wouldn't be ready for that yet. Yeah. You know, like fully. We think we are. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? But like that's some wild shit. You know? Definitely some wild shit. But like that's why we've talked about in the past that it mind wipes us on purpose as a failsafe. You know what I mean? For one, to keep us safe in this world so that people don't know who we exactly are. Because that's the other thing, people. Some of y'all just think y'all normal motherfuckers and don't realize how divine and deeply fucking ascended masters you really are. You know what I mean? Like we just don't know yet. We don't know what our spirit fully is yet. You know, what our spirits are fully capable of. You know, we're learning, we're growing, we're understanding, but some of us are fucking a lot more divinely prepped than others. You know what I mean? And we have a different fucking rank in that spiritual realm than we do here. You know what I mean? And so we're gonna figure all that out, you know?
Yeah, by you saying that means stop worrying about other people and put more time into yourself and you would find yourself.
Right. There you go.
Droppers.
That was right on 1414 too.
You know? Oh shit.
It was 1414 when I hit it.
For real, man.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't realize your ranks. You know what I'm saying? Like you were put here for a purpose, and you got to think if your purpose is here and you're feeling like you're some of the lowest of the low or whatever, you know, based on where you're at in life and what you think of yourself, that's because you can handle it. You're that strong. You're that strong that, you know, like in my song, I have a line that says, oh fuck. I just blanked out on my song.
That happens.
Hold on. I got the notes.
That happens when you got a lot of songs.
Fuck yeah, I know, right? And I just did this one.
Oh, you just did it. Oh,
yeah. That's why I was like, fuck. How do I not know this? I just did this. It's my new song that just came out. The talking to the people. Yeah. Damn. I'm trying to remember what the fucking line was now. I want to say it right. That's why, because I know what I want to say, but I don't want to say it wrong. But
I hate saying people lines not how they said it.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck.
Hey, my fault, man. I apologize.
Oh, here we go. So it says. So I need you to listen and gain some clarity, because I rise like a rose if they try to bury me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to, we take what they give us and we have to rise out of that. And if you can rise out of it, that's how powerful you are. That's what I'm trying to go for. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all people. Took all that time to get to there. But you know what I mean? But that's what we're trying to say is like, look at what we're accomplishing with what they're giving us. You know what I mean? And we're rising out of all that shit, you know? We beat the COVID narrative. We beat the pandemic bullshit. You know what I mean? We were supposed to be in death camps at this point. Look at what we're still. You know what I mean? We're beating all that shit, but nobody's sitting here going, "But we're powerful because we're doing it." It's like no one's thinking about it like that. But we've been beating all those timelines. We've knocked all those timelines out the way. Those were the things they were trying to do to us. You know, they were trying to kill us through all these things. Like I say in the song, they are trying to kill us. They are keeping us sick. I don't know how much more I got to say. Yeah. You know what I mean? Facts. It's like it's all in there. Facts. I'm putting it all together, you know, and I'm hoping y'all are hearing it. But that's, you know, and we've been saying it. We've been saying it on the show. it's like I've been saying it throughout the years, throughout my life. The thing is I didn't know how to reach people. You know what I mean? I didn't know how to reach people. And now through music, through podcasts, through interactions, through my own rebuilding of my mind, I'm now starting to reach people. That's just how I look at it.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
You just need somewhere to stand.
Mm-hmm. Because like we said on an episode before we knew something was up, but what we've learned over these last few years, we did not know it was going to go that far. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting a satanic pedophile cult. You know what I mean? Running the fucking world kind of shit. I was not expecting that. I knew they were corrupt. I knew they were dirty, but I didn't know they was that dirty. You know what I'm saying? I'm going like, fuck.
Hey.
Like human trafficking and child, crazy shit. Like, what the fuck? This is way deeper than I thought it was gonna go. So
that's wild.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. Once you learn,
yeah. Once you start seeing it, yeah. Once you start going down that rabbit hole and you start seeing those ideas, man.
Like, damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was happening the whole time.
Right. It's not like it just started. That's right. No. That's when you go. It's different if you go, oh, damn, is that how that started?
Mm-hmm.
No. This has been going on for thousands of years.
Right.
So, yeah, our timeline is so fucking warped, man. It's so fucking warped. We don't understand time anymore, because, it's like you got to look, when you start looking into it, you start to just see the holes in the fucking story. That's the idea. That's what starts getting you. Is when you start looking at things logically, you start realizing there's fucking holes in this story. And you're like, why is nobody talking about the holes? It's like,
right.
We're all just stuck on the narrative they keep telling us, but no one's talking about this shit. So that's what we do here, Welcome to Awkward Intelligence.
Mm-hmm. And how they always say, read between the lines? Read between the lines.
Right.
Basically what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Basically. Shit.
Yeah.
There's always a catch to something, man.
Well, the thing is the more and more
most things.
Right, but it's like the more and more we talk about things, the more and more it seems to just, is it happening or has it always been happening? We just weren't noticing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
what. You weren't noticing.
Right, and that's more what it was. We just wasn't noticing it because if you go back and start watching, like that's why I said go back and watch old episodes of old shows, or here's one, Richard Pryor Show. The Richard Pryor Show, I think it was one season in 1977. He ran on like the CBS or one of the networks, right? He got a show. It was called The Richard Pryor Show. It was a skit show. One of the earliest skit shows, like from way back in the 70s. How many skit shows were out there? Especially by men of color. You know what I mean? There wasn't much going on out there like that. So he was one of the first ones to break in. And he brought Paul Mooney with him. He brought Tim Reed with him. He brought Robin Williams with him. Like all those people were writing for the show and working on that kind of stuff. They all were starting to get their breaks right around those times, Start to get, working on things. But you go back and you watch some, and it's like it's all the kind of it's almost like shit then was still what's going on now. His skits, were like it was like Dave Chappelle type shit. It was about real fucking shit, but putting funny stuff in there to loosen it up.
Yeah,
but they're talking about like real life stuff, So like because like one of them they had it was
I never caught any of those, but
I just caught them again the other day. Like I'd heard of them, but the other day I was watching them. Like I didn't know, like I could, I went on YouTube, so you can go on YouTube and just watch it. Like you just look it up, The Richard Pryor Show, and it'll show you some episodes. And they were skits. They were like 6-10 minute long. They weren't, they weren't nothing. It's not like a whole, whole sitcom episode. It's just a skit. So some of them are like 3 minutes, some of them 5 minutes. You know what I mean? So you can watch them kind of quick. And I think, like I said, I think it was only like one season, so I'm not sure. But they had one, the Badewood that I saw a while back was about a gun store. Like, so Richard Pryor walks into a gun store, right? And the guy's like, hey, browse around and, see if you see anything you like, let me know. So he starts walking around, and then the guns start talking to him. They all have voices. So, like, he picks up, like, this double-barrel shotgun, right? And then it's like, hey, boy, what you doing touching me? You know what I mean? He's like, why don't you come down south? I'll show you some justice. You know what I mean? And so, like, and then he's like, and he's kind of reacting to it. Like, he hears it, and he's looking around like, does anybody else hear this? You know? And he puts that one back. Then he walks up, and there's a revolver, and the revolver's like, yeah, pick me up. I weigh nice, like, I've been in some battles. You know what I mean? It's just talking some shit. Then he puts that one down. Then there's another one. It's like, no, don't touch me. I'm evil. I don't want this. That's not what I want. And then he's like lifting it up. You know what I mean? So it's like all these different voices, and he goes through 5 or 6 guns, with getting these different voices and shit. But it's like what you would probably think in your head. You know what I mean? Like kind of shit. But they put it out there as like a little skit. And so it was, shit like that. And then he's got another one where he's like a drunk, and he comes home and he falls on the couch, and his lady's like in her gown sitting there on the couch, and then it's Maya Angelou, and she goes into like this whole speech of this is not the life I wanted. This is, you're a drunk, and you've lost, but I watched you lose jobs, and I watched this happen to you, and I've seen how the world beat you down, and and she's like, and I hate you for all of that. And she's like, I hate you, and then but at the end, but she's like, but when you come home and I know you're safe, I love you again. You know what I mean? And it's like deep. You're like, what the fuck is like, this is in the 70s? You know what I mean? Like, and so it made me think at the time when I was watching some of that was all this information has always been out there. It was just how you couldn't find it because that was on VHS. If it was out there, it was in the 70s, it was on VHS. So unless I was fucking, you know what I mean? Unless I was searching like Blockbuster back in the day or something, you're not finding those gems.
Right.
They were just on VHS sitting there, but nobody was able to point us to those things. I would have watched that on VHS back in the day. I'd have been like, oh man, there's a Richard Pryor show? I didn't even know that till I was like an adult. You know what I me? Oh, what 11?
You seen that? Yeah, I seen that too.
It beeped on itself, but
yeah.
I saw you. Yeah, I saw it beep.
Crazy.
And then you were trying to
see how the phone just
brings it to you.
You see?
It brings it to you.
That's crazy.
Because it beeped, and then you had to like, oh, let me turn that off, and then I look over and it's 111.
And you saw it too. See? Yeah. Wow.
So yeah,
the universe speaking to us.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so all of these so there's documentaries from the 80s and the 90s and all these things talking about all this shit we're talking about now. Talking about patents that have been suppressed from us for technologies for free energy and technologies for solar panels and things way back in like the 40s and shit like that. And you're like, how do we not get this shit until way later? Because they were suppressing all these technologies, which now if you think about it, some of that stuff has been trickling out. Because look at some of these crazy new inventions that are showing up all of a sudden.
Man.
You know what I mean?
I was just about to say that, man. They got a lot of different things just out.
Yeah, and you're like, where's this coming from? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because they slowly are trickling some of it out so that we can start to see. Oh shit, there's real thing. You know what I mean? It's like think about the one of the biggest ones that nobody's really talking about is there's a few guys that have created machines that pull water out of the air. And it's drinkable right there. It's a machine. It's just like a machine that looks like a dishwasher or something. And they can make them bigger for cities and stuff like that. But they have small ones that you can like just put in your house. And you just turn that bitch on. I don't know how it turns on. I don't know what the deal is here. It's beyond me. But it pulls the moisture out of the air and turns it into drinking water. And you can fucking pull it right out of there. It's filtered, ready to go. And you can just drink right out that bitch. And it'll pull water out of the air forever. Never have to fucking pay for water again.
And what is this?
It's just a machine. It's a machine that you can get. Like I said, they have because think about condensation, right?
Right.
So when you have like an air conditioner running, it creates water. It's the same thing, but it's like opposite of that. It's the opposite way. You know what I mean? So the condensation it creates the condensation and it is able to pull that in instead of get rid of it and drip it out like an air conditioner would do. You know what I mean? It's going to pull it in and create that as water because that's moisture out of the air. That's all that is, you know? So once they get those machines, think about that. You put that machine in your house, never have to fucking pay for water again.
Yeah.
And you can go anywhere. That means you don't have to have a house near a water system near a city. Right. You can go build a house out in the fucking woods where the fuck you want, put your machine, you got water for the whole house.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then think about...
So you just plug it up.
There's no plug.
All right. So you get the machine.
Oh, yeah. Right now it would run off energy. I'm sorry. And you're right.
All right. So you plug it up.
But eventually, you won't even have to plug it in.
Right.
It'll work off crystals. You just walk up and go like this, and it just works because the crystal powers it. The crystal is energy, you know. So we're gonna we'll have. Think about it. You'll have a key in your pocket, maybe similar to this. Instead of this, right? You'll have something in your pocket similar to this, and this is your key, and it's tuned to your frequency, so no one else can use it but you. And you'll be able to walk into your house with it. That's your key. As long as you have it on you, you know what I mean? You can be able to drive your vehicle because this is your key. You know what I'm saying? This is your key that runs everything in your life. Your car will be tuned to it. Your house will be tuned to it. You know what I mean? So that wherever you go, things work for you. You won't have to worry about energy.
Got you.
Like, think about that technology.
Yeah, so
that's some shit that's already available. We just don't understand it because they ain't gave it to us yet. They've been hiding it from us. The military has been using it behind our backs to do other shit. You know what I mean? That's what happens to those things. They seize them. The military seizes them. The government seizes them. And then they use them. And then they siphon the money out of us to pay for it. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing.
Bomb droppers.
That's where our money's going. That's where our money has went, you know? And the thing is that's the cabal money that they created. Think about that. They created the dollar. The IRS, the Federal Reserve, they created the dollar. That's their money. We have our money, which is different.
Right. That's why on the back it say Federal Reserve.
Right. So that's their money. So think about it. When this system collapses, it's their system that collapses. Our system is running right behind it, ready to fucking reemerge. We just have to collapse their system. And that's what we're doing right now. Behind the scenes, there are actions being taken that we are not fully privy to because we shouldn't be at this moment because, you know, we're fucking online fucking, you know, crying about politics and Diddy and all these other bullshit. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So they can't trust us with the information. We'll fucking tell it all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We went about the wrong shit.
So there's comms that are given, you know, when certain people are talking on TV, there's comms that are happening. They're talking about things in a certain way. And when you catch those comms, it's telling you what phase and where we're moving to. It's a military phase, Space Force, you know what I mean? All that shit's involved. Space Force is tracking anybody and everybody. And it's for our own good right now because they have to track everybody in order to filter out the bullshit. You know what I mean? But the way that they're tracking us is not the way that you think. You know, everybody's like, oh, yeah, they injected us with fucking nanobites or, you know, or some shit, or we got, you know, chipped or something. No, they're tracking you by your aura. They're tuned to your frequency. They have an AI that can pick your frequency out of anything. All they have to know is who you are. You know what I mean? And they can say, look for this person, and it'll find exactly where you are on the planet. You know what I mean? That's how advanced this shit is. That's the shit we don't understand yet. You know what I mean? That's how advanced this stuff is. And that's how they're cleaning all this shit up. Through that, you know, and so like every time something happens, like when that, like say the Baltimore bridge collapse, right? If that was some cabal shit that they were doing, then when that happened, Space Force was right there tracking it. Oh, take care of that. All right, send in the troops, do this, do that. They had everything covered. Sometimes the bad guys have to do something for the good guys to then see them and then seize everything. You know what I mean? Like but if you're noticing, it's small things like we talked about before on the show. These are not major events. They're not destroying cities. You know what I mean? They're just derailing a train. You know what I mean? It's still devastating. It still has its effects, but we're not talking about it anymore. All those train derailments from last year, we ain't saying shit.
Forgot about it.
Right. So you see what I'm saying? So like, is it really happening? And we're just not privy to it? Or, how much of it is fake at this point? Because what's happening with these places? What happened to Maui? We're not talking about Maui no more either.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Maui got burned to the fucking ground. Chile got burned to the fucking ground. We're not talking about any of those places. And then that brings us into protests. What's going on with these protests, right? It's like I'm looking at it from oh, go ahead. I've been talking for a minute, man. What you think?
I just seen them lined up. Shit.
Right.
Just trying to stand up for their rights.
Right. Correct. And humanitarian rights.
Right.
By saying Israel is occupying Gaza and they need to get out of there, and whatever that's their, you're an occupying force, and so they have the right to say that. They have the right to free speech, right. Freedom of press, freedom of speech, know your rights. That's the First Amendment, you have the right to have an opinion, and then these schools, what's crazy, right, is these schools are threatening these people. Instead of trying to understand these people, where's the dean from these schools? Where are they at? Why are they not on the boots on the ground, walking around, figuring out what's going on in their own fucking school, since they seem to control the shit so well?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, where the fuck are they at? They're not on the news talking to the fucking news people saying, yeah, we've got this under control. They're letting it get out of control, and then they're trying to be the solution by bringing in police and all these other things. Because who calls the police on those people? Who does that? Who's in charge of that? If I go sit on the lawn at my university and say I'm going to protest, who then has to call the police? Can anybody call the police? Or does the dean have to call the police? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I don't know. I think they just show up. You know what I mean?
But how do they know about it?
Because a lot of people was outside.
But that's what I'm saying. But do you think just normal people are calling police? Up. Or do you think the dean is going over there going, I don't want these people over here? You see what I'm just asking the questions. I don't know.
I see where you're going.
But you see what I'm saying? Because I'm like, who's calling the police? And then when the police show up, they're showing up in like trying to, battle gear, ready to fucking do some shit.
Yeah. I mean, I've been seeing that shit for a while, you know what I'm saying? And they've been doing shit for a minute now.
Instead of being peace officers.
Like protesting and shit. Mm-hmm. And I have seen the police just sitting there, just waiting and shit. Just
right.
Just guarding and shit.
Well, because, they're usually supposed to, that's a First Amendment right. They're supposed to guard that right.
Right.
By them charging in there, they're stomping on your rights.
Yeah. After a while.
You know what I mean?
Now they going crazy with the shit.
Mm-hmm. So what we were talking before show, just to kind of warm up for it, was in a situation like that, right? See, what people don't understand is they've made the college campus area so docile and so confused that they don't understand when violence is needed. And I'm not saying that to condone violence. What I'm saying is, look at these protests that are showing us on the news, right? And these people are just sitting there. And these police officers are rushing in, jumping on them, just like any other scenario we've seen. But nobody's standing up to say, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, what is all that? Because think about it. if you organize the situation like that properly, right? What you would do is you would go get the local gang, you know what I mean? And say, hey, I need to pay you guys for security. And they'll be your security, right? So if the police officers even show up, they got to get through a fucking security checkpoint before they can even show up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then we go from there. You see what I'm saying?
And then that's when it's going to be a problem.
Right. But you see what I'm saying? But the resistance is supposed to be there. See, the police know there's no resistance. So they're just going to walk in and push people around. Because where's the resistance? They're too docile. There's not going to put up a resistance. You know what I mean? But if we put up resistance, they wouldn't be able to just walk in there and do that. Right. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying it has to go to violence. But what I'm saying is you have to be prepared for violence is what I'm saying.
Maybe that's what they want. They want motherfuckers to lose their heads and start going crazy and attacking. And
well, no, they wouldn't start it, though.
That's what they want.
You know what I mean? They want you to start it. But what I'm saying is, if you just, like I said, if you just create a front and be like, you ain't coming in here, you're going to have to push through us. And if you push through us, then we're going to have a problem. You see what I'm saying? Just the same way they would do to you. They're going to stand up there and force and say, push through, see what happens to you. Why can't we do the same thing? You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying is, like we've said, keep that same energy. Right?
Droppers.
Keep that same energy. When you have an opposing force telling you, I'm going to do the same thing to you that you think you can do to me, what do you think's going to happen? They're going to have to back down. You know what I mean? Because they're not supposed to incite violence. They're not supposed to. Not saying that they don't, but they're not supposed to. But they don't ever have a force to be reckoned with. You know what I mean?
True.
They don't. Nobody's opposing this. So they impose their will on us. You know what I mean? That's what they do. That's the difference between law enforcement and peace officers. You know what I mean? Law enforcement is there to force the law.
Bomb droppers.
Peace officers are there to keep the peace. See the difference? Mm-hmm. But they don't call them peace officers.
I think it say on the damn car, force.
Yes. Police force.
It say shit on the damn car.
Police force, people. You're being forced into these laws by a police force.
That's crazy.
It's right there in the name. We missed it the whole time. You know? Think about that shit. You know? That's why I'm saying if there is no opposing force, then they're going to impose their will. Put that on a fucking shirt.
Bomb droppers.
That's all I'm getting at. Because what have we said before? Just because I come in peace doesn't mean I'm not prepared for war.
Prepared for war.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. We can't, that's the balance. We can't let an opposing force keep opposing their force and hope it's going to change. You know what I mean? We can't, you know what I mean? That's how they've gotten away with all this. It's because we keep thinking we're going to vote our way out of it. We keep thinking we're going to, you know what I mean? All these different things. Like, next time will be better. Next time will be better. You know what I mean? Like, that's,
voting, man, as you can see, voting ain't going to
It ain't changing shit. Locally it changes, but not your national shit. Your national shit is a fucking clown show. You know what I mean? But your local stuff that we've talked about before when Coach Q was on, you know what I mean? We talked about and we said, your local stuff, you're picking judges, you're picking sheriffs, you're picking stuff that's actually going to affect your area and your county. So your local, voting, you should be involved in that. But this clown show that they call DC, shouldn't even be worried about any of that shit. Fuck them. Stop fucking dealing with that. You know, that's a clown show. It's just fucking. Most of them got masks on. You know, you can see it. Stop. You don't see this fucking
corrupt the damn
yeah.
world,
You don't see this fucking opera going on in front of you. You know what I mean? Oh shit.
Yeah, like we said, if you don't say it by now,
Right.
you just ain't gonna see the shit. You might as
Not
well go ahead
meant
and
to
just
be,
fall
right?
in line.
Yeah, you might, right.
Just go ahead and fall in line with the other ones, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they say. They're like, if over these past 3.5 years, you haven't started questioning something, then what the fuck are you doing? Where have you been? You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be one thing you've seen so far in the news where you're like, that might not add up the way they're saying it. At least one where you're going, you know, like,
Some people just run with this shit. Some people just run with it.
yeah, that's true. That's
the
true.
problem.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I was talking about.
Motherfucker just run with the news.
I was talking with somebody the other day, and it was like, see, everybody always calls Americans spoiled, right?
That's why everybody want to come over here.
Right.
That's exactly why everybody want to come over here.
But do you understand what spoiled means?
It ain't like what you think it is.
Right. Do you understand what spoiled means? Americans became spoiled when we started letting the government do everything for us. That's when we became spoiled.
Bomb droppers.
See what I'm saying? Because that, and where I'm going with that is, it's not just the government, but it's the corporations and everything else that goes with it, right? It's because, think about back in the day, our ancestors. They're growing food. They're building housings.
Naturally.
They're taking care of each other. You know what I mean? They're trading. They're bartering. They're building, and they were comfortable,
helping each other.
and they were comfortable. You know what I mean? Right? But then what happened? Somebody said, "Hey, let me take that off your hands for a fee. I can afford that. Here you go. And then let me take that off your hand for a fee. Hey, you want to eat out? Let me take that off your hands for a fee. Hey, you know what I mean? Now food can be brought to you. You know what I mean? So it's like we don't do anything anymore. That's why we don't have gardens in our backyards. That's why we don't do nothing. We would rather pay for the convenience of doing nothing so that it can be done for us.
Bomb droppers.
That's the spoiledness. In these other countries, these people are still canning shit. They're still making food. They're still growing things.
And shit, yeah.
And a lot of these other countries, they still have their shit. Their normal stuff. You know, we're in these cities and we're powering these fucking cities with nothing. That's why we're the battery. Because we're not growing the food. We're not, collecting the water. We're not doing the things that our ancestors were doing that kept everything running properly.
Bomb droppers.
Shit.
And collecting water, they say it's legal.
In a lot of places that they made it illegal for you to collect it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm like, come on.
It's free water.
Yeah, so you know something up with that.
Exactly. Now you there's a problem.
Gotta think about that.
Yeah.
Like, this is free water. Why what?
Yeah.
It's coming from the sky.
Right. Even if you're just collecting enough for you to just water plants and do things, it's because it gets you off the. Think about if everybody had a 50-gallon drum collecting water on a daily, on an everyday basis. How much money would they lose? You see what I'm saying?
Hella money.
Because you'd be collecting your own water, using that for your plants, using that for this, using that for that. It wouldn't be like potable drinking water, or couldn't use it to cook or nothing. In a pinch if you had to. But you see what I'm saying? But that's the other part, right? Because if I turn your water off, then what do you do?
Exactly.
You just collect more water, right? Okay, I got to go get another 50-gallon, and I'm just gonna have to fucking boil my water or whatever the fuck, right?
That's it.
And then what happens when you know what I mean? And you see what I'm saying? So that's their fear. That their fear is if you start to self-sustain yourself, you're not gonna need us anymore.
You're right.
So they create the problem and then they give you the solution.
Bomb droppers.
Man, we're getting into it today.
Yeah. You're right.
This one's radical, man.
They create the problem.
This one might be called Fight the Power.
And give you solution.
Yeah. Create the problem and then go, here, we got a solution.
Yeah.
For a fee.
Right. Perfect example. Just like when the eggs, the eggs went out.
Right.
You know,
all that stuff. It's all put together for, and then, like, you know, that's it. It's just all put together. It's
that
all
shit
so
crazy.
fucking planned. It's ridiculous when you see it. You're just like, what? How did I not see that? You know what I mean? Like, once you see it, you're like, what?
shit.
But it's because we're blinded. We're blinded by the world around us and what we're caught up in our daily lives, and we're not focused on our peripherals. Are you in your peripherals? You know what I mean? Like,
Everybody focus.
everybody's right here with what's in front of them, and they're like, I only understand right here. Gotta use those peripherals. Start going, man, I see shit happening out here. What's going on, you know?
Yeah, man. But so many distractions out here, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to stay focused sometimes.
No, I know. I get it. And that's what I'm saying. I've been there.
Sometimes you just gotta fight through that shit, man.
But
believe me, I know it.
Yeah, here's part of the solution, though. Part of the solution is what I say before, in episodes before. Clean up your act. You know what I mean? If you're one of those doom scrollers, they call them, you're always online looking for all the craziness and all the bullshit and the ratchet and the fucking, you know what I mean? If that's all you're consuming all day, then what do you think's going on in your fucking head? Because that's what you're programming in there. You know what I mean?
And that's what you're gonna see.
Right. So what you got to do is clean that stuff up and, you know, start looking at things that are uplifting. Start looking at things that are teaching. Start looking at things that are, you know, interesting to you. If you're interested in mountain bikes, then start looking up shit about mountain bikes and, you know, and just learning, just thinking of it. You know what I mean? You might not have one. You might be like, man, I can't really afford a nice one that I know that, you know what I mean, at this moment. But you can do all the fucking research you want on YouTube.
You can.
For free.
And you can't say, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that shit. You better go to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You want to start a garden? Go to YouTube.
Right. Go get your YouTube degree.
For real. It's there. It's there for a reason, man. You know what I mean? Some people got these phones and don't use it for the right purpose, man.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's that's the shit. Learn how to use the tools you have.
Crazy.
You know?
You got a $1,500 phone. And you
go on TikTok.
Right. You just call motherfuckers.
Oh, I did sign up. Awkward Intelligence has a TikTok. Go find us out there.
You better look it up, man.
Yep. Go find us out there.
Oh, yeah. TikTok. Damn, man. You know, man. See? You see? Speaking of that, they about to shut that shit down in what, September?
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, September.
We got till September, folks. Let's go out with a bang.
Like, damn, man.
How do I always get in there right at the end? You know what I mean?
Right. You know?
I was just getting started.
Hey, man. I don't know. Shit. I just use TikTok for my news, man. You know what I mean? What's going on with the other side of the world and shit, man. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's what all that stuff is.
You know, You know,
right.
That's what I use it for.
But that's the other part, right? So that goes into the thing. If these events are happening around the world and we're seeing them, you know, on the news and stuff, right? But then you can go on TikTok and people that actually live there will be live at the event going, yeah, this is the shit. It's going down right now.
Right.
So that's what you can see the stuff happening in real time. And that way it's showing you like there is they legitly are lying to the rest of the world because this is what's really happening.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Most of the time, shit don't be, shit don't come on the news.
Right. Oh,
They
none
don't
of it
even
does.
mention
None
it.
of it does. No. They're not
Like,
mentioning a
what?
lot of
What?
shit right now.
Wow, that happened over there?
Yeah.
I ain't know that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They're not mentioning a lot of shit right now. The news is very, very limited right now. It's really weird.
Shit, I ain't watched the news in so long. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck going on in the news.
Right. Yeah. No, me neither. I couldn't even tell you.
I don't even know what the fuck going on in the news.
I used to, you know, like everybody, did we all used to have like a favorite anchor? You know what I mean? Favorite newscaster. You know what I mean? You had your channel you'd watch, like if it was Fox 45 or something, and you'd be like, yeah, man, I gotta see this weather girl or something. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like we all had our favorite one or whatever it was. You know what I mean?
I ain't really had one. But I wasn't into the news like that.
That was a point where like I said, I'd watch Fox 45 in the morning, getting ready for work and shit, and I used to have to watch because I was like, I want to see what these people are saying. I like these people. Yeah. Because I would change the other channels, and then I'd be like, yeah, I don't really like these people that much. But somehow I like these people. It was weird. You just kind of pick a news network that you like, you know, and you're just like, I like this one.
That's crazy. When I was at home and shit, my mother, she used to play the news in the morning and shit. She still play the shit, you know what I'm saying? But when I was at home, and that's how I used to hear the news sometimes.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'd be in my room and shit. She'd be in her room. She had her door open, and you know, I could hear the news and shit. I be hearing what they saying. Sometimes I hear the weather and shit. But I never actually like sat down and just looked at the shit like.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, it's not for everybody, you know. And that's what I used to be a big radio fan, you know, like anybody else back in the day. But I stopped listening to the radio probably back in like early 2000s. I was like, fuck the radio, man, and it's bullshit. Playing the same fucking 8 songs over and over. Yeah, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
I don't like repetitiveness like that. Like if I'm repetitive, it's a song I like, not a song you think I'm gonna like. You know what I mean?
It's crazy we talking about radios. You see the text I sent you earlier?
Yeah,
about the radio.
I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, so I got in the car, and normally, you know, the radio come on and shit, right? So it did not come on. I'm like, why my radio not on? So I turn the volume up. It did not come on. I'm messing with the settings and shit. I'm like, what the hell is? I know it ain't muted.
Right.
Like, is this happening to me?
Oh,
so that's why I asked you that. That's
why I don't listen to that. The radio, my car goes directly to my phone and starts playing whatever's on my phone.
Right.
So
that part worked.
Right. So that's the only part I use. So I don't know. I didn't check my radio. I'll check it when I get out of here then and see.
Oh, I was like,
so
damn.
Like nothing was on the channels? No AM, no FM or something?
Nah, that was on there. That showed up still, but it wasn't no volume.
Oh, you just couldn't get it to turn up?
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm like, is the radio working or something going on?
But when you played your phone, it worked?
Yeah. I played my phone. That worked.
Yeah.
But then
so you could go to like 92.7, but nothing was coming out of it.
Nothing was coming on.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll look for that. I'll see what. Yes, maybe they turned it off.
I don't know.
Maybe in your world there is no radio. I'm just saying.
Shit.
That's the level you jump to
need
already.
Some type beat. I don't care if it's elevated music. That moment, I just need a beat or something.
Yeah, no. If I'm not playing my phone, then my car goes to the USB drive and it plays the music off the USB drive, which is all my shit. That's on my phone. So it's like double backed up. So
it's weird though. You know what I mean? The one day I want to hear the radio.
I don't even go to those channels.
It don't work.
Yeah.
I really was about to go to the news station, you know what I mean?
Right.
And drive up here, listen to it and shit, you know.
Get a little action.
Yeah. So I try to go there and it would not come on. Like, why is this just not coming on? Is this me?
Yeah.
Is this happening to me? So I'm looking around.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant. I was like,
I'm looking around at everybody else and shit. Everybody else look calm. So I'm like,
everybody else look calm. He was like, is it going down right now? Is it happening?
Shit. Everybody else look calm. Like, all right.
Oh, shit.
Ain't nobody else freaking out.
All right.
Okay. Man, that's crazy. The one day I wanted to hear the radio, it didn't work.
Isn't that crazy?
The one day.
What does that mean? Right?
I don't know.
Like, what does that mean?
The one day I want to hear the radio.
Never ever listen to the radio ever,
never.
Right? Did you go to listen that day? Nothing. Wow. Weird, right?
Unbelievable.
Weird shit.
And my speakers work.
Yeah. Because you said you played your phone.
Right. I don't know, man. I don't know.
There's always some weird shit happening, man.
Weird.
There's always some weird shit happening, man. It's like, it's like, you know, my phone will make weird noises sometimes. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. Yeah. It's like, I don't even know what that is. Like, what is it doing right now?
Shit. I'm just going with the flow at this moment, man. Currency.
Yeah. Correct. Correct.
I'm just going with the
That's
flow.
where I'm at.
Yeah, man.
That's where I'm at. I'm chilling, man.
You know, whatever come my way. I deal with the shit.
Yep. I just use psychological jujitsu. I get through all that shit. Whatever comes my way.
I'm cooling. Gotta live your life, man. Live your life. You know? Don't live it in fear.
Right. Don't let fear stop you. That's Mom's quote.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We ain't had one of those in a while. We ain't had one of those in a while.
Got me today.
Yo, let's get into this song, man.
Oh, yeah.
This is an album entitled Simply Ape. It was a collab between DMVScorpio and Rich Blakk. And we're going to play a song called Trenches.
Trenches.
Yeah. Scorpio.
Lives to live.
I've been in them trenches, in and out different kitchens, depending on what I'm whipping. I'm always on the mission, never catch a nigga slipping, never fold, pay attention, apply more repetition, fuck around and leave you missing. I've been in them trenches, turning nothing into something, roll the dice, keep it calming, living life full of money, take a flight, you see me coming, shine bright, I'm a stunner, track star, she a runner, always kept it 100. I've been in the trenches swimming with the sharks, know your role, play your part. Tough skin, cold heart, living life like a god. So much pain, ripped apart. Post up, take a charge. Lord nigga, I'm a boss. This ice can't beat the frost. I think came a long way from the trenches. I wanted the bar, but they benched me. I never lost hope on my visuals. I jump on the block by that chemical. I smoke good when I'm in the mood. Fuck a bitch and make her kitty drool. DoorDash for that easy cash. Straight from the gutter and May. I've been in the trenches, in and out different kitchens, depending on what I'm whipping. I'm always on the mission, never catch a nigga slipping, never fold, pay attention, apply more repetition, fuck around and leave you missing. I've been in them trenches, turning nothing into something, roll the dice, keep it calming, living life full of money, take a flight, you see me coming, shine bright, I'm a stunner, track star, she a runner, always kept it 100. I've been in them trenches.
Okay, I've been in a rage. I can't do minimum wage. In the trenches, I was raised, stuck on me, locked in a cage. I wear these scars on my back, sometimes I feel like a slave. But they try to run the Atlanta, they brave. Fortune just favors the border, they say, but we are the north. So we keep posts where the walkers try hate, they mad we ain't living the same. They ain't no Santa, just hammers, so step on my porch and you probably get slayed. In these trenches, they get hotter than Tampa, so you don't wanna jump on this plane. So please don't tap on the glass, you fuck with my ace, we unlocking this chain.
I've been in the trenches, in and out different kitchens, depending on what I'm whipping. I'm always on the mission, never catch a nigga slipping, never fold, pay attention, apply more repetition, fuck around and leave you missing. I've been in them trenches, turning nothing into something, roll the dice, keep it calming, living life full of money, take a flight, you see me coming, shine bright, I'm a stunner, track star, she a runner, always kept it 100. I've been in them trenches, I've been in them trenches, I've been in them trenches.
Yeah.
Shout out.
DMVScorpio and Rich Blakk.
Scorpio. Hey,
Simply Ape. Trenches.
like that one.
Go check it out.
Yeah, that should make you bop. You know what I mean?
I mixed that one too. Yeah, I mixed that album as well.
You feel me?
That came out a
that
couple
should make
years
you
ago.
make you move. Yeah.
That was out in 2021.
Yeah, I like songs that make you move. You dig? Like,
I've been in the
yeah,
trenches.
you know, I don't like just hearing songs that make you just sit there like,
It doesn't give you nothing to feel, right?
yeah, like nah, that mean your shit ain't rocking.
No.
If I don't move, you know what I'm saying? Your shit ain't
There's a whole
rocking.
vibe to it, right?
Yeah, I gotta feel that shit.
I got you.
You know, and that one had me moving.
Nice.
I wasn't even trying. You did. I just started moving. Like, okay, so made you move.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I like that one though. Good shit, fellas. Give it your flowers. You dig?
Digging it.
Gotta get them flowers, man. I ain't scared to give out flowers.
Did we talk about Ascension Energies today?
No, we didn't.
There we go. Perfect segue. Welcome to the show, folks. I'm back. After that short little Kush break. Ascension Energies, right? So, have y'all been feeling them? I know y'all been feeling them over these last couple of weeks. Some of y'all have been having like what you would call, because we're in spring, so y'all would have what you would call allergies, right? Allergies are in season at this point. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of people out here talking about, man, I used to never have allergies. All of a sudden now I have allergies.
That's crazy.
Things can change. I get it. You know, people can go, yeah, when you're young, you don't have them. You get older, you get them. Or sometimes you're young and you do have it and you get older and you grow out of it. You know, like, it's all weird, right? But
Damn, I thought if you had allergies, it just stuck with you. You got allergies.
No, that's
No?
right. That's what you would think, right? I never had allergies that much, really.
No, right.
Like, you know, like not where I had to like
Never came
have
across.
like a problem. You know what I mean? Like every now and again you get a little sniffle. You know, that's what happens.
Yeah, no allergies.
You know, but like nothing where you're like feeling miserable all fucking day every day. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Damn.
you know, people got to take medicine for it and all this shit, right? But what I think is some of these people lately over these last few years who've had the headaches, who've had the, you know, the runny noses and stuff like that, and never really had that stuff in their lives before. Not significant enough for them to remember, you know, for the most part. They're like, not like this where I'm having it, you know, 2-3 times a year or something, you know what I mean? It's different, right? So I think that's part of Ascension Energy, man. It's like we've talked about before, it's where you're releasing your energy from. You know, some people are getting rashes. Some people are getting rashes on their arms and their chests and stuff. Some people are, like I said, some people are headaches. You know, some people are, like I said, runny nose, allergies type stuff, you know, and they're like, I never had this before. Like, what is this? You know, like, just a lot of people are reporting different shit like that. And it's like, if you're looking, not that I'm looking for it and not like I'm compiling any data or anything, but as you talk, as I watch these different podcasts and, you know, do my research on different topics, the people that are talking about it are talking about stuff like that. And then I'm kind of tallying it up like, yeah, everybody's not, you know, like this is not happening. You know, I just thought like like people would think everybody has allergies, right? And it's like, I don't, you know what I mean? It didn't sound like that.
Nah. I thought people, you know, when they go outside or sometimes, you know, like,
Right.
No. I'm sorry. When the weather change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's most of them say when the weather change.
Right.
But, you know.
But I think there's more to it. That's all I'm saying. I think there's more to it. That some of this is just ascension symptoms, like our bodies are adjusting. You know, they're adjusting to things, and when you adjust to things, your body expels it. And it's going to either expel it in a rash, a headache, you know what I mean? An arm, you know, you'll wake up and be like, why is my arm just all, what is it doing today?
Yeah.
Like, I never felt like this before. Now my arm is hurting. I think that's you just expelling energy, trying to get it out. You know what I mean? You're trying to get things out. And it's manifesting as that type of shit. You know what I mean? We're seeing it as headaches and sore throats, but that's like, you know, that's your heart, that's your throat chakra.
Yeah,
You get a sore
your throat
throat,
chakra.
that's your throat chakra trying to get something out. And so it's, you know what I mean? It's manifesting as a blockage, you know, or whatever. We got to think about stuff like that, because if we're thinking in, you know, frequency, energy, and, you know, and all that stuff like that, it has to mean something. Like, all this stuff can't just be because of germs, you know what I mean, or whatever. It's not all bacteria and germs and fucking da-da. It's got to be more than this.
I don't know. They say most of the disease is caused by saliva, like old saliva,
Right?
you know what I'm saying? Like build up in you and shit.
Right.
So that's why you gotta get it out. That's why you detox
The
with
mucus.
tea,
Yeah,
right?
the mucus.
The mucus.
Right, I got you.
Right. Even Dr. Sebi said this shit.
Right. Yeah, that's a big thing. Right. The mucus, right. But why are we even producing the mucus? Where does that come from?
Now that.
See what I'm saying? Like, why don't we just stop it at the source? Just stop it from being produced. Is that what they're saying? We're producing it through eating the processed foods. Maybe that's what it is. When you get off the processed foods, you get back to more nature foods and the H3s, and you know what I mean. We were talking about the purified water type shit. When you get back to that, maybe you don't even create mucus anymore. You know what I mean? Like your body gets out of that mode. Maybe we're in that mode because of the way we eat.
I don't know. I think.
You know what I mean? And
I think saliva is. I don't know.
and I'm gonna go there.
I don't know where it come from, but I think it's in us.
Think about why they would want to fatten up the Americans. We're the fattest motherfuckers in the world as a country. You know what I mean? Why would they want to fatten us up? What do you do when you're fattening up something? Like what is that role in our lives when we say we're going to fatten that up? What are we talking about?
Well, I don't know what keep them.
Like if you had
still.
No, if you had if you had a cow, and you were like, yeah, I'm gonna fatten that cow up because you're gonna slaughter it and eat it, right?
I just caught it.
See what I'm saying? So why would they want to fatten us up?
Wow.
Because they're eating us.
Wow.
I'm just saying it. I don't know. I just threw it out there.
For educational purposes only. Bomb droppers.
CYA, man.
Yeah.
CYA.
You know.
I'm just saying, when do you ever fatten anything up? When does that even become a thing? When you want it to produce more. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
You don't use that anywhere else in our lives. That's the only place. That's crazy, right?
Wow, man.
I'm just thinking logic here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, when you were saying that, I was thinking about it, you know. Another reason, you know, if they attack, you know.
Slow us down.
Yeah, slow
make
you
us
down.
stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, slow you down and shit.
Correct. Definitely. I'm sure that's part of it too. Yeah.
That's what
We're slower and dumber. Then yeah, we're easier to fucking round up for slaughter.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You're proving it right here.
Oh man. I'm proving it.
You're proving it.
No,
That
throw
right
that on me.
That's fucking grown man logic right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's grown man logic.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know?
That's
There's
crazy.
no other way for that. You know what I mean? What? But when did it happen? When did it happen? Because it was like look at the movies from the
That's when the
70s.
cheeseburgers was 99 cents.
Right. Look at the I think it happened in the 90s, man. That's when I think it happened. I think that's when the switch happened. Somewhere in the 90s a fucking switch happened and we just got fat. The whole world got fat, man. You know what I mean? But like we got fat more than anybody else. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, so
You know.
if you look at other cultures, they slim.
Yeah, most exactly.
Yeah, most of them slim.
Most other cultures are slim, but somehow, I'm just saying, folks.
I
Look
don't
at
know.
it.
I don't know. That's crazy.
Look at it. And we're in America, which looks like a pin. It looks like do a bird's eye view of America, and we're just in a fucking big ass America-sized pen. Oh shit! Because we got borders now, right? It just fenced us in.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy, my guy. I'm just moving along, man. Taking it day by day.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
You know,
yeah, that's why you got to work on you.
Yep.
Don't worry about all this bullshit. If it's not happening to you locally, control what you can control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be informed, be prepared. You know what I mean? But don't sit here and worry about that shit. It's not affecting you. You know, it's only worry about what's affecting you, and you'll realize that's a different world than you think it is. You know what I mean? When you start really just going, don't worry about all this shit. What's going on right here? You know what I mean? This is what I want to focus on. You know, if it's your kids and your family or your work or whatever you want to do, you're like, I'm right here. I'm in the moment. You know, I'm not worried about all this other shit. You know what I mean? So it's a crazy place to be, man.
Shit. I hear they say you gotta fight your battles, man. Fight your battles. Don't bomb droppers.
Fight your battles. There it is.
Fight nobody else's battle, man. That's basically what it is.
That's how you bring on those negative energies, and then you get caught in the spirals. Sometimes we feel like we got to fight everybody's battles, and you know, and it's tough. It's tough because we want to. You know what I mean? It's like that's the empathy that we carry as humans. You know what I mean? That's what, you know. It's like I was talking to somebody one day, and you know they were saying, you know, this and that and this and that, and then they were like, you know, because I felt like I could help. I felt like I could help. The way they were talking about the scenario, you know, like I just felt like I could help, and I'm like, that's what makes you human. It's because you looked at that scenario and you were like, I just want to help. I don't care what's going on. I just want to help, whatever this scenario is, you know. And I go, because you can look at it like that, and then you felt bad for not you know what I mean? He ended up not doing it. You know, he was like, I could have went over and did this, and I felt like if I would have, I could have changed the scenario, but I didn't know what to do, but I was compelled to do it. You know, it's like I felt compelled to help.
Sometimes you just gotta hop in there, man. You got it.
And that's what I told him. I was like, you know, just, you know, next time follow it then. If you feel that strongly about it, follow it, you know.
Sometimes you just gotta hop in there.
Yeah, sometimes we don't understand that because we're like, what is that feeling? You know, what is that? You know? We don't understand what that is. But once we start to understand what that is, you'll realize it's the urge is usually something to push you towards something, you know. And it's not gonna be bad. It's the fear of being pushed into it is what fucks us up. You know what I mean? That's why we're like, what?
That's what you're scared of.
Yeah, it's like, but what if it doesn't work out? But what if it does?
Right.
You know, it's like that's what they always say. But what if it does? So just fall into it sometimes. You don't know how it's gonna go, you know, and that's the thing. It's either a lesson or a blessing. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be anything crazy, you know, especially if you're being pushed into it.
Right.
It's leaning you for a reason, you know. So yeah, it's leaning you for a reason. It's gonna be good stuff.
Gotta go with that push, man. Yeah. Go with your instinct, shit. You know, like some lady asked me this the other day. She was like, "If a man was beating up a female, would you jump in?"
I would try to separate them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm
I
not
told
gonna
her.
pick a side, but I would definitely try to separate them. And
right.
you know what I mean? Like if I saw it like in front of my face, I guess I'd you know what I mean? You have to do something. So yeah. You know what I mean? I think, you know, that's the thing. Like we talk about the community. As men of the community, if that's happening in front of us, we should be able to look at each other real quick and be like, all right, you know, let's break this up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's get, you know what I mean? That's what we should, that's the community we have to grow back into. You know what I mean? That's a lot of the community we lost. You know what I mean? That we don't roll like that as men in the community. Sometimes we're like, oh fuck, I don't want to get involved in that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, and I get it. I've been there. I've
shit could happen.
Possibly been in scenarios like that where
Right.
I had to be like, you know what? I just don't even want to get involved. You know, but that's what that creates. You know, but it's always, it shouldn't be that bad for us to have to do that.
Right.
Why do you think it feels that way for us to want to be like, I don't want to?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's because we shouldn't be doing that. Like that's just so offensive to our fucking soul. You know what I mean? And we don't know how to react to that. You know what I mean? It's like we're so confused because it's like, this shouldn't be happening. But how do I stop it? Because by me trying to then get in the scenario, I'm now acting on the same energy. You know what I mean? So now you're just transferring more of that. But it's, and so it's like, what are we doing?
That's crazy, man, because, a lot of things can happen at that moment, you know what I mean?
Right.
The scenario could flip. You can go over there, you could break them up. Now he trying to fight you.
Right. They both might try to fight you. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to stop y'all from fighting.
Right.
Now you want to fight me.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That don't make no sense.
Right.
Y'all just talk that shit out, what y'all gonna do anyway after you done whipping her ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be hitting no damn female any damn way.
Yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't hit no female any damn way, man.
No, or whatever it is. But you know what I mean? Like even if it's, grown men fighting.
Right.
All right, guys, come on. I got you. You know what I mean? We should
Right.
be able to, as men, we should be able to back that off and be like, all right, y'all got it in for a minute, whatever. You know what I mean? But it's, you know what I mean? Why are we wanting to destroy each other all the time?
I don't get.
Yeah.
Shit, we throw the gloves on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Box that shit out, man. Box it. You ain't got to shoot nobody, man.
Right. Yeah.
You got to kill him.
Right.
Excuse me. Unalive. You feel me? That shit ain't like for what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I know you feel some shit haunting you and shit. You know what I mean? I know it.
Right. Right.
I know you feel crazy on the inside. But
Yeah,
man,
that's what they say. It's not what you think it is.
yeah,
It's not what you think it is.
shit. I better just duke that shit out. If I get that lump eye, I got a lump eye.
Right.
I'll be good in 2 weeks.
But you got respect.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll be good in 2 weeks. I'll be able to see you again.
Right.
Say nah, shit.
Yeah, we're getting back to that though. You know what I mean? I think we're getting back to that in general in the community. It's coming back. We're starting to see that because if you look at I've seen videos coming across Instagram and stuff now, right? Where it's showing that, like where somebody's attacking somebody or something, and 3 or 4 guys just go run over and yank people off and hold a dude down and shit like that. You know what I mean? And so it's like that's happening in our communities. We're just not being shown that. You know what I mean? So we're not thinking that, and so we're thinking we got to dodge everything. You know what I mean? But at the same time, most of that stuff shouldn't be happening like that. It's like if we're just beating each other in the streets now, who the fuck are we? You know what I mean? Like,
Crazy.
It's like I thought we were evolving.
Where's the love?
It's like what happened to the evolve here?
Man.
So
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like you said, work on yourself, man. You got to work on yourself.
Yeah, work on yourself, and things will fall. Things will come together.
Figure yourself out.
Straighten out your stuff. That's the best you can do. When you straighten out your stuff, you'll start to realize you're going to create your boundaries. You're going to create your ideas. You're going to know who you are more. You're going to understand it. And as you start reflecting that, the people around you will start, understanding.
They'll see it.
Mm-hmm. See it, right? Yeah,
Definitely will see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shine bright.
Definitely work on yourself, man. That's the most thing I can tell you today. Work on yourself. And mind your business.
Mind your P's and Q's.
For real. Shit. That was given from young.
Right.
Mind your business.
Mind your
I know everybody done heard that from young.
Right. Yeah.
Mind your business. Stay in a child's place.
Yeah, and Gen Xers, man, what the fuck? Somebody we were talking about the other day with somebody, and because I put on the Instagram, Awkward Intelligence Instagram, there was a post I put on there where this lady was like, she She was like, what's up, motherfuckers? She's like, us Gen Xers, looks like it's our time to fucking clean up this bitch. She's like, we were built for this, motherfuckers. She's like, half of us went in the military and the other half went to jail. She was like, so we got all the fucking skills we need. She goes, because they kept telling us this. They kept telling us that. They shot this person. She goes, but you know what? We know who the fuck they are now. She was like, so we're coming to get you, motherfuckers. And I was like, damn. I was like, it was just, you know what I mean? It was one of those speeches. And so I was talking with somebody about it, and they were like, Gen Xers, like, what does that mean? And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? But I was like, okay, they don't know. So I throw it together, and I'm going, between 63 and 1980, right? Those years, they call those the Gen X. That's the Gen X generation, right? So I come in right at the tail end of that, right? And so I'm a Gen Xer. So the thing is that's why we're here doing what we're doing, teaching, molding, you know, and giving the news and doing all these podcasts. That's why all this shit came about, because it's all the Gen Xers out there. All of a sudden, we're like activated. You know what I mean? We all just got activated. So the baby boomers are are our parents, and so they're starting to get pushed out. You know what I mean? The younger ones are just retiring right now. You know what I mean? The youngest ones, the youngest ones of that generation are like just retiring right now. They're like in retirement age. And we're middle age per se. You know what I mean? So that's why, and then we're the bridge, like we've talked about. We're the bridge between the old and the young, because our kids are either millennials or Gen Zs. You know what I mean? So we're boxed in. You know what I mean? And the Gen Xers are just this. We were the latchkey kids. We did a lot of things on our own. You know what I mean? We were left alone a lot. We took care of our siblings. Yeah. You know what I mean? We were babysitting our siblings at fucking 9 years old or even younger. Yep, early. You know what I mean? So it's like early. You know what I mean? So we are built for all of this. We are ready. See what I'm saying? Just because we come in peace doesn't mean we're not ready for war. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. These Gen Xers are in. That's who's doing all this. That's who you call us conspiracy theorists. That's what you used to call us. We're pattern recognizers. You know what I mean? Remember I said that? That's a superpower I have. I recognize patterns. You know? And so that's the power they gave me. You know what I mean? I don't know. And so that's what I'm saying. It's like those are the different things that are going on, man. So it's crazy. It's a crazy world out there.
Definitely a crazy world, man. Stay focused.
I saw something the other day that was interesting. They said they called the truthers, instead of calling them truthers, they called them end time warriors. End time warriors. And I was like, whoa. I was like, that kind of resonated with me. I was like, damn. That's kind of, I feel distinguished. I'm an end time warrior.
I'm in there.
Yeah, crazy. I was like that felt cool. I don't know. Somebody made that up, End time warrior. I was like, nice. I like that. It just felt right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like,
hey, like you said,
definitely got to make that shit.
Resonated with you.
Yeah.
That's for you.
Yeah. Put that together.
That's for you. End time warrior.
Yeah. End time warrior. That's crazy. It just sounds cool. I don't know why. It makes sense.
That's what it is.
Yeah, crazy. But we start wrapping this thing up, man.
Well,
start wrapping it up.
Y'all know what to do. Go to the shop. Hear some music.
ppeinmusic.com.
Purchase a few things.
Yep.
Anybody burn candles, man? Get some candles.
Yeah, candles, all those healing candles on there.
For real.
And then I need to update.
That's the time for it too.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Candles.
When you clean your house up, you cleaning your house up with the candles, man.
And the thing is the frequencies stay with it forever, even after the candle's gone. So you you keep it, and you just create something with it and make it decor, and it's got the energies there forever. That's the idea, you know.
Be smart, man.
Yeah, you can use them. Clean it out, make it a cup. Fuck it, right? Do whatever you want with it. It's yours. You bought it. But yeah, t-shirts, hoodies, I mean, all that's on there, man. Go check it out. Got some cool shit on there. Was it don't be bitter, just be better, or just do better. You know, got a shirt like that up there, you know what I mean? Got to know your limits, you know what I mean? Got to know your limits.
Yeah. Oh, you got an all love one. Walking mine today. Might have seen me rock mine a few times.
Oh, and we got the PPE shirts
Definitely
too.
get some more, believe me.
And we got the PPE shirts up there too. So, so yeah, go. I mean, there's something for everybody. You'll figure it out. Just go browse. You'll figure it out. I believe in you. But you know what? That's another thing. To recircle back, Gen Xers, right? We're also a lot of motherfuckers will be like, fuck my phone, man. I ain't dealing with that shit, man. I don't know how to use that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We're some of the bigger motherfuckers that do that shit too. Because think of those ages, 63 to 1980. You know what I mean? Like that means motherfuckers are almost in their 60s at this point too. So they're just like, I don't know how to use no fucking phone. Fuck your phone. So that's part of why this is taking so long. Because half of us don't know how to fucking get into this world. Even me, I just got a fucking TikTok and they're about to shut the bitch down. You know what I mean? Like,
shit crazy.
Like, I just finally was like, all right, I'll do this fucking TikTok thing. You know? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm fighting it too. I've been saying that. I'm not 100% on all this shit either. I be fighting some of it still, doing the shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, but I don't like it. I don't have to fucking like it. You know what I mean? I'll still do it, but I don't have to fucking like it. Like, that's how I look at it.
Right.
You know? Which is conflicting. It's fucking weird. You know what I mean? That's awkward for you, right?
Awkward intelligence.
Yeah. That's the awkwardness it takes from that shit. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, I don't know. There's a lot going on there. I'm still unpacking it myself. Oh, shit. But we're going to get out of here. Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox along with
BDot, baby.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Awkward Intelligence. Just smoking vibe. This is Awkward Intelligence. Just smoking vibe.